If you're considering buying an online course that promises to teach you how to make thousands or millions of dollars through selling online courses, this video is for you.
When I first launched and sold my online course, I made four figures.
Here's how I was able to make $43,000 in 1 month from taking my knowledge, turning it into an online course.
You can turn that process into an online course.
How I made over $100,000 from selling one online course.
What's up, friend? Danielle here. Hi if you're new here, hi if you're not. Let me start by telling you what this video is not. This is not a video hating on online courses. I literally sell an online course, so that would be weird. This is a conversation about yet another coaching, passive income, unlimited wealth generation, selling the dream scheme left to take your money and leave you with nothing. In my opinion, of course. So if that sounds good to you, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, I've discussed a multitude of various get-rich-quick scams here on my channel, and if you're new here, I would actually recommend that you start by checking out this playlist right here. One of the most common threads that I've come to conclude after all of the research for all of my videos here on this channel is that the best way to make money on the internet is through convincing other people that you have the secret to make money on the internet. Even if the way that you accumulated your wealth was through selling other people on the idea that you have the secret to accumulating wealth. You basically want to convince other people that they can get rich doing what they love, even if you don't know that to be entirely true. But being able to effectively continue to sell the dream is what keeps the grift going. And of course, in my opinion, that is what allows these people to become multiple 6- or 7-figure earners, allegedly. Teaching people how to make money online is nothing new. Teaching people how to make money online through creating an online course is nothing new either. In fact, this creator says they've been doing it since 2017. I myself was introduced to the idea of making money online in general back in 2016 or 2017 when I myself almost purchased a course about how to create an online course.
Yes, very sad. Anyway, it got me thinking.
The fact that people are making courses, teaching other people how to make courses and have been doing so for 7+ years doesn't make it any less predatory, in my opinion.
It sounds like a get-rich-quick scheme.
They all sell the promise of passive income, the ability to quit your job, and promise the tools and insights you need to make the most money you've ever made. Even if you don't have an audience, even if you don't have a business yet, even if you aren't quite an expert in any field, anyone can do it. Wait a minute, this sounds way too good to be true. Oh wait. That's probably because it is. Now, in my opinion, this meta approach of selling a course to other people, teaching them how to get rich by selling their own course seems really ironic for a lot of reasons, and I would love for you to share your thoughts in the comments down below. First, the entire business model itself seems so circular in my opinion. Basically, I create an online course teaching you how to create an online course. Based on my research for this video, I'm probably going to sell this course for anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 or $4,000. And I'm selling this based on the promise or suggested outcome that if you take my course, you are then going to be able to sell your own course for somewhere around that price point, regardless of your industry and regardless of your niche. I'm essentially selling you on the idea that the key to your wealth is in replicating the business model that you're buying into. Because remember, I myself have become a multiple 6- or 7-figure earner through selling online courses. The only catch is that I actually make my $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 off of selling you on the idea that you eventually are also going to be making $1,000, $2,000, or $3,000. The only difference, though, between you and I is that you actually paid me the $1,000, $2,000, or $3,000, and you don't have any money left.
Help me, I'm poor.
And so the irony deepens for me as what I see is aspiring entrepreneurs are essentially taught that the primary way to get to financial prosperity is through selling other people on the same dream. So let's just say you're a nutritionist, you want to get away from working with clients one-on-one, and you want to take everything you know and turn it into an online course. Great. I personally don't see anything wrong with that. I think that that can be an actually very efficient business model. Again, you sign up for my course about how to build an online course. I don't actually sell online courses about how to create online courses, for the record. I am just using this as an example. So you build out your nutrition course, and guess what? And I say this anecdotally, this is based on my own experience, things that I've read on multiple forums on the internet, and conversations that I've had with people in real life. Basically, what happens is you probably only sell a few copies if you're lucky. You see, a course on nutrition is pretty niche, and unless you have a massively engaged audience that's always looking to up their understanding of nutrition in their life, you're probably not going to be constantly selling this course. Especially because over time, I think it's going to be pretty difficult to consistently keep selling people onto this $1,000 nutrition course when they could use that money and go and work with someone one-on-one. So then what I think happens, or what I've actually seen happen, anecdotally of course, just like we see in the coaching industry where people try to start out as a life coach or a mindset coach or a self-love coach, these people ultimately transition into business coaching because that's where the money is. People are willing to pay to be taught the secrets to making more money. And so we see online course creators, again, we'll take this example of the nutritionist, moving away from their actual area of expertise into teaching other nutritionists how to successfully build their business online as a nutritionist, even if the nutrition course they made was never actually really successful. Instead, their success then becomes intricately tied to the perpetuation of the same dream over again. And this is all very similar to a story I've told multiple times on this channel, where back in 2019, I was working with a business coach when I had my yoga business, and I was a mindset coach at that time. And she basically told me I should stop teaching yoga altogether and shift my mindset coaching business into a business where I would be coaching other yoga teachers on how to successfully quit their jobs and start a yoga business, even though I was only generating about $10,000 to $20,000 a year at that point from solely like the yoga portion of my business.
Because that's where the real money is.
She would tell me. It was about selling people on the dream versus what the actual reality was. And honestly, it probably would have worked. I actually have full confidence in myself that I could have built a 6 or multiple 6-figure business teaching yoga teachers how to start their yoga business. But oddly enough, there was something about disingenuously teaching people something I had never actually done that just like didn't sit right with me. Kind of weird, right? Oh, help me. Truly, the dissonance here is astounding. Just like we see in business coaching, these course creators teaching you how to build wealth through creating a course seem to position themselves as financial experts.
Like, hey, look at me, I made $1 million selling my online course.
Yet their expertise often lies more in the marketing and the selling than it does in any particular industry or area of expertise. Again, if we come back to the example, we aren't selling the course on nutrition, we're selling the dream of teaching other nutritionists how to sell their course on nutrition, even though that's not how we made our $1 million. These people know how to market the idea of accumulating wealth, and they've successfully packaged it into the perfect little offer so that you can too. And I think it's this loop of unsubstantiated and unfulfilled promises that keeps people stuck in this cycle of continuously buying into these courses and programs. Aspiring entrepreneurs trying to just figure out how to get their footing in entrepreneurship might find themselves trapped in this loop of investing into the thing that's going to teach them how to get rich, when at best, all they really end up receiving is a blueprint to just keep perpetuating the thing that they bought into. I think that understanding this irony is critical for being able to actually navigate the world of online education or online courses. And I really just hope to empower people to approach these types of investments with a critical eye and realistic expectations. Now, I could take the same approach that I do in pretty much all of my deep dive videos, where I would take time to break down the red flags and warning signs to look out for if you're someone who's interested in buying one of these online courses. But here's the thing. Here's what I've come to learn in my research on this video and the red flags that I've come to see from these courses that are teaching you how to get rich through selling courses. They essentially have the same red flags as this video here and this video here. So in quick summary, if you're thinking about buying into one of these courses, these would be like the top 4 red flags I would encourage you to look out for. First one being an overemphasis on income potential. Anything that says you'll be able to earn $100,000 very quickly or have $5,000 passive income months sounds too good to be true, because it probably is. Second would be a one-size-fits-all approach. Anyone who's saying you can achieve the exact same results regardless of your experience, regardless of your niche, again, is probably not telling the truth. Third would be a lack of transparency in how the course creator generated their wealth. And by this, I mean, was this person generating whatever they're claiming, 6 figures, 7 figures, before they started selling this course about how to create a course? Or is the wealth that they have the result of selling this specific course? Because if it's unclear, I would remain highly skeptical. Last, and this is one we see time and time again, that is unrealistic promises or timelines. Anything telling you that you can build and launch your course in 30 days or start with no experience is basically setting really unrealistic expectations that can probably not be achieved by the majority of people. I encourage you to watch my other content if these concepts are kind of new to you, because again, this is something that I cover repeatedly in a lot of my videos here on this channel. What I thought might be more productive for this particular video is to specifically look into the realities that people should consider if they desire to become a course creator themselves. It's important to remember that while these people might be thinking that they're acting with good intention and that they're
Providing people with the tools they need in order to build their own courses,
the way in which they are doing it, in my opinion at least, is still very predatory. And again, I say this as someone who back in 2017 almost fell for this. At that time, I was working a 9-to-5 job that I absolutely hated. I was spending all my free time listening to self-help podcasts, reading personal development books, and trying to figure out what my purpose was or how I could make money doing what I loved. And so I stumbled upon this webinar, which for reference, I tried to find it for this video, but it looks like this particular business coach no longer sells her course on creating courses and instead now sells you an offer where she will teach you how to build a business in 27 days using 27 steps. Which, can we just talk about this for a second from a marketing perspective? Because does 27 steps not seem super overwhelming? At least with these other business coaches, 5 secrets to success or 10 steps to unlimited wealth. That seems manageable. But when I hear 27 steps to build a business, I'm thinking like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to do this. Like, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below, because I saw this and I was like, Anyway, so we'll flash back. It's 2017. I'm watching this webinar. This woman is saying,
if you're miserable in your job, if you want location freedom, if you want to be able to match your corporate salary, but you don't have any skills or experience.
I'm thinking, check, 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 check. These are all applicable to me. And I'm thinking, she has all the secrets I need. They're just hidden behind this $2,000 paywall or $1,000 if you sign up in the next hour. And I remember this explicitly because I run into the living room and my brother and my boyfriend at the time, they're sitting on the couch, they're watching TV, and I come up to them and I'm like, guys, I think I'm gonna buy this online course. I mean, it's $1,000, but I need it. And then the two of them are just kind of looking at me like, and so I remember going on this monologue about,
she used to work this 9-to-5 job that she absolutely hated. And then she was able to build this online course empire. And now she's so successful and blah, 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 blah.
Same story we keep hearing over and over and over again. And basically, they pointed out the fact that A, I didn't have a social media following at that time. So who was I going to sell to? B, I had no expertise. Like I was literally an office administrator at that point. What would I even teach in my online course? And C, didn't I find it weird that she was making me feel like she was exactly where I was before she built this online course empire? And that just because I'm just like her, I could replicate her success. Like it sounded a little bit too good to be true. Like the math wasn't mathing. Needless to say, I didn't buy that course, but I did get duped by a different coach for a lot more money, and you can learn about it in this video here. As I've already said, these people are expert marketers. They know what to tell you to convince you that they have the perfect solution to whatever problem you're facing, even when it maybe doesn't make total sense logically. They're playing on your emotions. Listen, the reality to building and selling an online course really comes down to these 3 key things. First, you need to have some level of expertise or experience in the topic that you want to teach on. Sure, anyone can build an online course about anything, but if you plan on operating with integrity, this step is essential. Second, you need an audience to sell to, and I think this is one that most coaches tend to brush over. And honestly, I think this is the one that irritates me the most, because this is the one that coaches will use to make it sound like
anyone can get rich.
The reality is, though, if you don't have a loyal or highly engaged audience who trusts you or sees you as an expert in a particular topic, who's going to want to buy an online course from you? And well, yeah, sure, with apps like TikTok, sometimes you can make a single video that goes viral, blows up overnight, a ton of people buy whatever it is you're selling. Like, I've literally had friends that this has happened to. The reality is, that's not a strategy, and that's not going to happen for most people. And selling it to individuals like it is a strategy and like it is realistic is just super dishonest, in my opinion. These courses on selling people how to create their own course make it sound so easy for so many people. And I obviously don't have the stats. No one really reports on this, but I would probably guess around 90% of people who take these online courses don't make a ton of money, because unless you're selling a course that's teaching other people how to make money, you're probably not going to sell 6-7 figures a year teaching people how to knit or teaching people how to bake a cake or how to do their bookkeeping. It just seems super unrealistic. Similarly, my third point, I guess, kind of ties into that, and that is the people who are successful and the people who do make money selling courses that aren't related to teaching you how to make money had to put in a exceptional amount of work in order to achieve that. I have yet to see anyone who truly built a course and instantly made a ton of passive income. Results of financial success usually come through months, if not years, of building an audience, creating trust, showing up as an expert, giving value, designing the course, then nurturing the audience into that course, maybe failing, iterating, launching it again, and so on and so on and so on, until eventually maybe it's successful. Not to mention, I would like to think at least that the days of selling $500, $1,000, $2,000 online courses are kind of fizzling out or coming to an end, I would hope, just because there's so much valuable, either free or low-cost information available on resources here like YouTube or Udemy or Skillshare. Like, you literally don't need to be paying people this much money to find the information that you want. And so that's why I always have found it super interesting that all of these online courses have such inflated price tags, because most of the information that's behind these $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 courses can be found for free online if you have the time to look for it. But I mean, the wildly inflated price tags are something we see across the coaching industry. So am I surprised? Not really. Well, there you have it, my friends. My thoughts on the online courses of how to build a course phenomenon and the mesmerizing dance of selling people the dream. I hope this exploration of the circular business model of selling courses, teaching other people how to sell courses has sparked some inspiration for you. And if you have any thoughts, please share them in the comments. The promise of easy wealth, the allure of passive income, they are all captivating notions, aren't they? Yet, as we've hopefully uncovered, it often involves a lot more work than these people want to lead you to believe. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Stay curious, stay skeptical, take care, comb your hair, and don't let these finance gurus keep stealing all your money, okay? Thanks, bye!